Today we're talking about selling online. Specifically in this video, we're going to talk about selling on Amazon. And to do that, I wanted to bring in Mr. Amazon with Outpost. This is Anugray Ball. He's a good friend. We've known each other for a couple of years.
About 2 years.
And then we're about to celebrate our 1-year anniversary of working together. And I might show a little graphic on the screen of when Anugray started versus when our Amazon sales shot up, because it's a very marked difference. The month Anugray started, we started really selling on Amazon. So thanks so much, bro, for helping me with this. And let's jump into why Amazon. Like, what are the pros of Amazon? And then maybe we'll talk about some of the cons, because there are definitely both.
Yes. Pros is, people just tend to look up things. If they want to buy something other than Google, they will just go to Amazon.com and start in the search bar.
Yeah.
And that's the first place they will look for things. And if they're not finding it, then they'll go to Google and see what Google is taking them to different stores, websites, other, then your own website might pop up there.
Yeah.
But that's why Amazon is big, because people have subscriptions already. And so that's the first thing they will look over there, because the shipping is fast.
The Prime.
And if they have Prime, then it's even faster, second day delivery. Otherwise, usually shippings are free over $25 for all people, all Facebook members.
You mean people that don't have Prime?
I'm
it's
sorry,
still free.
Not Facebook, Amazon members, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yeah. Over 25, mostly things are free. Free shipping.
Yeah. I was just looking up online this morning, because previously I thought it was 50% of American online transactions were Amazon. I could be wrong on that, but now it's 37.5% of all online transactions might be in America. I have the stat over there somewhere.
You mean it has dropped from 50 to 35?
I'm not sure if it's dropped or not. I thought the number that I remembered was 50%, but I could have been wrong. It's been a few years since I've been in that world, But anyhow, it's a lot of online sales. So really, we're selling pottery online, and then we started selling pottery tools online, and you sell a boatload of all sorts of stuff on Amazon. It's the main go-to here in America where people buy stuff. So It might be a good idea for potters to want to get on there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of potters are already selling, like, there are different companies. Like, I came across recently a Penguin Pottery or Penguin.
Yes.
And
up in New England.
They are doing handmade pottery and tools also, I think. And it's from the eastern part of the United States.
It's mostly tools, I think. I haven't seen that they do pottery. I know they do pottery, but I haven't seen them selling pottery.
They have not much pottery items for direct consumers, but they have for other potters a lot of tools.
Yeah.
And they're also selling on Amazon, and their reviews are big, and they've been selling a lot of items.
Yeah, great company.
Yeah, great company.
Another company that reached out to me recently that's selling tools. Anyhow. So that's a pro. What are some of the other pros on selling on Amazon?
From a seller's perspective, I would say that you can ship yourself if you have a warehouse and you're willing to do everyday shipments of orders, or you can just pack everything and send it to Amazon warehouse.
Yeah,
and they'll take care of your everyday shipments, whether it's returns or just shipping items.
Right. So that's called FBA, fulfilled by Amazon versus FBM, fulfilled by merchant. So whether you're taking care of the shipping, like the order comes in, you're packaging, getting the label, shipping it out, or whether you create 100 of these things and then you ship it off to Amazon, and then Amazon takes care when someone buys, boom, it's ready to go. And that's the only way you can do Prime. And Prime is a huge thing for people with Prime, Amazon Prime. It's like if they don't have that Prime thing, maybe I will. How long is it going to take to ship or whatever? But that Prime thing, it's almost like people innately say, oh, I know this will be here in a couple of days. Before I have time to think about it again, it'll be at my front door. So
it's fast, yes.
It'll be here in time for that birthday or that Christmas present or that that camp out. We're going camping this weekend.
Yes.
Like, it'll be here in time.
Yes. It's usually for last minute things like, I need it tomorrow, and I can find locally out here in store. If you have to go this weekend somewhere, and some other things, like I come across so many things that are not locally available in the store.
Yes, true, for
I
sure.
have to go to Amazon, even though I don't want to. I probably would go to eBay or anywhere else, but it's available there.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, if I have Prime, which I don't have right now, but if I have Prime, then my tendency is just to, even though I don't need it something urgently, but they're giving
Right.
fast shipping, so
Right.
go there.
Okay, other pros. So I like FBA, Fulfilled by Amazon. That's my favorite. You create a couple hundred boxes, packets of stuff. You send it to Amazon, and then I don't have to think about it. And that check keeps coming, and I can track how much money's coming in via sales, and I could run an ad on YouTube or wherever and push people to that product and make the product go away, make the sales go up. It's just a really great system.
Plus, I would say, which applies to eBay and Etsy also, which is not an upper. But if we're comparing Amazon to your own personal website, you have to market your product yourself. But if you have a listing on Amazon, Amazon does the marketing. So their listing actually, if you have a listing up there, it'll show up in Google results also. And that's kind of a marketing thing.
So like search engine optimization
is better.
Any big site that you're a part of, if I'm on YouTube and I have Tile Spinner, for instance, YouTube, because it's such a behemoth, you show up higher in the search engine results page, SERP, when you type into Google, that first page of search results.
Yes.
But that's true for Etsy, that's true for eBay, that's true for Amazon, it's true for...
But not for your website. If you have a personal website.
Because your website is small compared to Amazon.
You have to do the marketing yourself because it won't show up on Google.
Good point.
It's so quick, and it depends on keywords, a lot of things, but still it's not going to be that much optimized.
I'll say a pro and a con that I see for Amazon is the customer support. Because I like that they have customer support that's actually accessible.
Yes.
And I'll default to you on this because you interact with tech support way more than I do.
Yes. I say it's good that they're handling the customer support, but most of the thing I don't like it, the customer support, I would not prefer them to do it. The reason is I don't mind being the customer support to people because I like replying instantly. And I might, respond in such a way to the customer if they have a problem that will actually resolve the problem very faster, and they will not end up leaving a negative review. Whereas if they're dealing with Amazon customer service, Amazon does not really cares building a personal relationship, impacting. They just want to take care of the customer, and that doesn't mean like they're striving not to have a negative review.
Yes,
and they're excited about having a positive review on your product because your product, it's your brand. They don't really care. They just care about customer being taken care of, whether customer is mad or not.
So that's customer service from a different perspective than I was thinking. I was saying, but that's correct. But customer service, and I can't do what I need to do there, but I can contact Amazon and they can help me resolve the issue. Now, sometimes they're not totally knowledgeable because Amazon is always changing, which I guess is a plus and a minus too, because they're always innovating. But it's any video you watch on YouTube, probably including this one, if we talk about specific ways of doing things, will be obsolete in 6 months or a year because Amazon's just changing so fast. And you look at the user interface when you go into the back end, it's called Seller Central, and it's like it looks different 6 months ago.
Yes, if I happen to find something which I want to get help on Seller Central, and I'm finding videos which are relevant to my keywords that I'm looking for, but it was made last year, and the interface, the guy is helping say click here, click do this, and then it doesn't matches the interface now that is on Amazon. So I was like, wish somebody had done an updated video on this tutorial, this subject, but nobody has. And then I'm going into forums, and forums takes so many days to somebody to reply, and don't have any help proper. And then I ended up opening up a case with Amazon for customer help for sellers, and asking them questions. And most of the time I find that they also are new to something that Amazon has introduced, and they're shifting me from one department to another customer department for like, hey, I think we need to move you to brand registry help. and they will
Yeah.
help you because you own a brand registry and all those. They don't know who will
Yeah.
give me accurate help.
Yeah. Good point.
So it's just troubleshooting and all that we have done. I've done hours and hours of
You
work.
have done. Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah.
It is.
So,
a
but I mean,
mess.
if you talk about cons,
Yeah, let's shift
there
over
are
to
a
the
lot.
cons.
There are a lot.
Let me start with the few. I mean, I know a lot of cons. Let me start. One, it's complex. It's complicated. It was. Well, I will say it was easy to set up. So I got in June, July-ish, 2020, somewhere in the latter half of 2020, because I wanted to sell this little Christmas ornament that was a toilet paper roll that said 2020. And it shot up. It sold so well. And it was kind of like my first initial boost of like, wow, Amazon's great. This could be something real here. And it was just a little silly joke of a Christmas ornament. Because, we were out of toilet paper here in America for
Yeah.
some of those
Right.
COVID parts of 2020.
Yes.
But it was easy to set up with handmade. And so, because they were trying to bring in the Etsy community, they were trying to bring in artisans that to sell
products
on Amazon. So they introduced this program called Amazon Handmade. So I jumped into that. It was free to get into it. It might still be free to get into it. There's some pros and cons specifically of the handmade. We'll talk about maybe in another video. But it was easy to get in. But in terms of all the technical behind the scenes stuff to set up your entries, it's quite difficult and complex and takes a while to kind of get it
to understand.
Mm-hmm.
And if you make some mistake, you will have to figure out, oh, I can't just edit it. I have to delete the listing and relist again. And I cannot do this. I have to wait 24 to 48 hours or this and that.
Well, the way we're doing it like that. With handmade, maybe a little different, yeah?
Yeah, handmade, they said don't delete that. I mean, you can edit that, but there were some other complications that was coming up because it was the way you list products and the way you edit them. It's different from listing in a regular category.
Right.
Which I didn't know that. So I had to, it was back and forth a lot between Amazon.
Let's do another video just on the handmade stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so what are some of the other cons?
There's people trying to scam you if your product is expensive. I mean, if you're selling $10, $12 tools, $30 tools, I don't think somebody will scam you for that. But expensive stuff, they can scam you.
Yeah, we'll tell that story in another video. But the seller is always right on Amazon, almost without fail. Sorry. The customer is always right, yes. Almost without fail. So if they say we don't want it, take it back for any reason, and
no questions asked, and you can return your item, and Amazon just right away automatically accepts any returns, damaged or not damaged.
So if you're selling a $500,000 camera secondhand on Amazon, when there's a lot of opportunity for scammers.
Yes. Well, scammers will be the first people looking at your item and trying to contact you, and hey.
Yeah.
And
so another downside is review hitmen.
Yes.
So the review system is like a great way to show what's good and what's not. How many people have left a review? How many stars is it? I think we all kind of do that when we get on Amazon. Okay, how many stars is it? How many reviews does it have? And then how long has it been listed? That's kind of the three main metrics that I evaluate things through. But it is a game. And it is a game that people pay to play. So there's definitely, it's not allowed, but there's definitely companies that pay people to do good reviews or to do bad reviews. And to see that, you just need to go to some people. If you see a product that might be big and then you look at the people, if there's some negative reviews on there, look at the history of what that person's done. Sometimes it's a very eclectic series of negative hit pieces is what it looks like.
Yes.
And it could be this person's just always negative. There's people like that out there, but it could be that it's just...
some people might just make a purchase if it's a small item just to give you a negative review.
Yes.
And then they will ask for a refund because I'm going to return the product, and they basically lost nothing, just their time. and they will return the product to Amazon, and then Amazon will refund on your behalf the money
Yeah.
to them, and they have left the negative review anyway, which Amazon won't delete, and you can't delete yourself either because you don't have any control over it.
Yeah.
So
And no one's going to buy a product that has,
negative reviews.
one star, 2-star.
So it's a big
reviews.
deal, and
it's a game that can be. It's a system that can be gamed.
Yes,
is what you need to know, especially in the early stages. So you just need to
Yes.
know that. But you don't run into that as much with mugs, with
yes,
things that are hand creations that you make. It's really not an issue because no one's going to knock this off in a foreign factory. Well, they may, but it won't be. There'll be so many unique things, the tread, the lip. There's so many unique things about your work that is not really
yes,
reproduceable.
yes.
But when you're doing pottery tools or when you're doing anything else, that brings us to another negative is the copycats.
Yes,
Because we've had a few big, like I might show the graph. We had some great months in there. It was going up, up, up. Thank you, New Gray, for making it. And then instantly, 1 month it was here, half of the sales, and it was cut in half again. It was basically like a third to a fourth
yes,
of what we were selling to what we maybe a month or two later, because some copycats emerged that they were doing maybe 50% or less than 25% of our
Yes.
cost, because there's a lot of big factories around the world that they're just looking for things to manufacture in mass to make a buck, and which more power to them. That's what they got. So great, but
And yeah, one thing I can say that, because me being an Indian can talk about
Yes.
this thing is that particularly Amazon is the only platform that has a warehouse and, fulfill orders for you. And there's no other company like that. And Amazon can, decide on their own that what is right, what is not. And Amazon wants to support, you can say that, small business, because they put a label. When a small business is opening a store online on Amazon, they will say it's a small business. We believe in supporting small, and which is good. But on the other hand, they're doing something which is they're allowing people from other countries to ship their items to United States and sell them here. And because the cost of the living and everything and just manufacturing is so low, like maybe 1/10 of what it would cost here. So they're shipping here and they're selling here and they're breaking the small businesses, which I don't think it's right. And that's
in America, you mean?
Yes. So
yeah, I mean, we've seen tons of box shops, big box stores,
yes,
go out of business.
and also this video might be watched, somebody's watching in India or somewhere, and I think Indians would also want the same thing. They don't want Chinese sellers coming into India and selling Chinese stuff, which is cheap, and breaking an Indian market. Indians would not like that. So I think every country has the right to protect themselves and, to small businesses to come up. But, I think that's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's a lot of people, there's so many people who want to become seller on Amazon. Not necessarily they're selling handmade tools. They don't have anything like that. So what they're doing is they're buying cheap in bulk from China. They can, some people are telling like online, hey, go to Alibaba.com or, AliExpress or whatever, and then buy in bulk, by lot or by pallet, ship it here or ship it directly to Amazon warehouse and sell over there. So, definitely you're making money. You don't have your tools, you don't have an inventory, kind of a drop shipping, but you're hurting the economy. It's a different topic, but you're not doing any good to just yourself. You're making money, but the majority of income or the economy is benefited in another country, which is Amazon's flaw, I think.
Well, the drop shippers, is that what it's called? Drop shipping?
It's not drop shipping. It's really, it's just basically you have to put an SKU. So whenever you are listing an Amazon listing, you have to have a barcode that, that Amazon gives you. You print that and you print in pieces and then you put on each unit or each item. And that's how the Amazon scans the barcode and knows that which product is this and then ships it to your customers. So you have to have something that you're buying from China to come to you, so you can put all the labels of SKU, they call it SKU labels, and you can send it to Amazon. So it's
That's
not
drop
really
shipping, yeah.
I don't know if that will, because drop shipping, actually you don't have any business of having the product. You just,
Have Amazon and put
somebody
the
just,
SKUs on.
somebody buys it and, goes from there to the customer, but you never get to see the item. But here, it's not really a drop shipping. I think it's just, comes
I'm
to
not
you.
sure. I don't know. I haven't done drop shipping. I've looked into it a little bit previously.
Anyway, so it's a flaw of Amazon, I think. I don't know how many people will agree with this, but if you want to support small business, if you want to support yourself, you don't want your rival to coming, or not just rival, but I would say breaking in your business and your livelihood as a Amazon seller. That's Amazon's flaw, that they have a policy that they're allowing people from other countries to sell here, sitting over there.
I see what you mean. Okay. Cool. What are some other downsides of Amazon?
Well, if you comparing it to your own website, if you're selling on your own website, you're only losing 3.5% of a transaction fee. If you're selling on Amazon, I understand you're getting so much of traffic, but you're paying 15% plus whatever fees, maybe 18% of the product, of price of the product. So you're
in addition to shipping cost.
And all that. So if you say your gross sales was $10,000 a month, you probably end up paying I don't know, $4,000, $3,000,
somewhere in that range.
That's a lot amount, and
out in fees.
Alone in fees and plus shipping and all that stuff.
I think that's my experience too. Is that it's not half, but it's not 80%. That I'm keeping.
Yes,
it's somewhere in that range of keeping.
Overall, keeping this in mind that it's bringing you so much traffic. You probably won't be in the beginning. You won't be able to sell through your own website. You probably only do $2,000 of sales. So if because of Amazon, you're able to do $10,000 of sale. You probably say it's a good trade-off that you're willing to let $3,000 go into your pocket.
I say that because that's been my experience.
Yes.
Like it's big.
But this will bring you so much traffic. So eventually it'll help your website also, because now you have listing or the name or popularity in so many other websites.
Yeah.
It will eventually your product will become popular and people will end up coming to your website, especially if some consumers, they understand how much important it is for a seller to keep most of the profit. Even if they see your product on eBay or Amazon, they will find your website and they will say, okay, let's buy from this website, their website, instead of buying from eBay or anywhere else, and support more and let more money go into their pocket.
Some people do that just because they want to bless the business.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm one of them. I like to do that.
Yeah,
if I happen to find a website, I just buy it directly from them.
Yeah.
And it's a better customer support because they care about their customer relationships. So even if there's a flaw in the item or you don't know how to use a product, product, if you bought from them directly, the tendency is they will, one-on-one build a relationship and help you. Hey, how can I help you use our tool better? Not just say, okay, if you can't figure out, maybe there's a flaw, we'll send you a replacement and just done with it.
Yeah.
But
we're doing that with, I think there's a guy, Fred, that didn't like one of our products and we tweaked it and we're sending him a new one.
Yes. So we're sending a new one. And also we said, okay, we're working on your review was, even though it was negative, but we took it positive and he was genuine. He showed a genuine concern.
And he was right.
And of the design, and he was right. And yes.
Yeah.
So Amazon would not know customer service if they're handling how to handle that situation.
Yeah. Good stuff. Well, just touching again on the copycats. I don't know if I said that word directly, but another negative of doing stuff on Amazon, not as much with hand creations, but with things like tools or anything you're kind of manufacturing locally or whatever, is it's so fast to copy.
Yes, because it's already in the public platform, so they can see, okay, this guy has introduced this product here at this time, this date, and has so many reviews. And if they happen to have a software like
Jungle Scout,
they can see your daily sales and monthly sales, and they're like, okay, this product is selling already so much.
They can read the data and say, this is going to be big.
So this is going to be big. So let's make a copy of this and sell this.
Yeah.
So,
whether they know anything about pottery or not, which has been
Yes.
the case with our competitors that have come out with the copycat products. You can tell by the pictures they use, they know nothing about pottery.
Yes.
And they're not, the pictures don't have, it's not people using the stuff. They don't even know how to use it, but it's,
Yes.
but they are good at creating, and I'm not slamming them in any way. This is their gig and they're good at it. If I had a big factory and that was my main gig, I would probably be doing the same thing. I'm like, okay,
Yes.
what can I make cheaper to make it more accessible to more people? But anyhow, it's
Yes.
you create something original from scratch. Here these are these new tile spinners. These aren't cleaned up yet that we just came out with, and like spent a lot of time and worked with some
Yes.
really cool people designing that with potters, and like how long until it's copycatted at half the price or less than half the price.
Yes.
I don't know. It kind of demotivates you to innovate.
Yes.
Like I can see now why it's better to just go with the original. There's one group on online. Oh, what's their name? Smooth On. They make all sorts of chemical products for like making molds and making silicone stuff, and they're the originals. And now there's a whole host of copycats that I'm seeing on Amazon that are quickly coming out. Smooth On's been doing this for like 15 years, and they are the best, and the customer service is the best, and they're just brilliant people. But their products are twice as much, but they've spent all the blood, sweat, and tears figuring this stuff out.
Yes.
Anyhow, so copycats, hidden fees, review assassins, and just the game of the review. So when you start selling on Amazon, I guess a plus or a minus, Amazon has rules that you can't have friends and family
Buy your
product and give reviews or whatever.
Yes.
Like you can't say, hey, because previously, if I'm not mistaken, people used to say, hey, buy the product and I'll send you a check for the money, or I'll wire you the money. Is that right?
Well, people were just contacting outside of Amazon, sending messages to people on Facebook, randomly finding, I don't know how they were finding users based.
Yeah.
Even somebody they happened to find who has an interest in their product. Like, I'll just give you an example. 2 years ago, in 2020, I think the people doing a lot of online sales and they want more reviews. Somebody said, okay, I'm gonna ship you, do you like this product? It was a car phone holder, and they said, we'll ship you free, order our product, we'll ship you this, can you give us a review, we will refund your money in exchange of that. Which is okay, but Amazon said that, because you're getting a free product now, they're going to refund you, you're going to give a positive review, so the review won't be any genuine. It'll be biased.
Yeah.
So Amazon caught that, and they banned a lot of sellers from Amazon, which I heard a lot of them were Chinese people selling product. And I was contacted by a lot of Chinese sellers. I didn't know that they were Chinese sellers, and I didn't know it was a scam or not. I thought it's a scam, so I said I don't want free product, because usually I don't. If something is selling for free, I just say, I would love to pay for it and I don't want refund, but I don't know if you will send me the product actually, because I didn't know that this game was going on at that time. But that was the story. And so this was the review game. So Amazon caught it now. And then people, because the sales will drop eventually, because everybody will start thinking then that if you see big numbers on reviews and 5 stars, not necessarily it's a genuine review. It's a good product, because then the credibility of Amazon will go down. And that's where Etsy has stood up, because Etsy, you cannot play all these games, because Etsy has been smart from